Hi, hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Whiteboard. So, in this video, we are going to know how to find out that oxidation states of molecules. So, today topic is that oxidation states. So, what is oxidation state? So, generally, oxidation state is that charge present on a atom of a element in a molecule. So, generally, then a molecule is found by the combination of atoms of different elements. So, on that one, each and every individual atom carries a charge in that molecule. That charge is nothing but oxidation states of that atom in a molecule. So, that's why we can define that oxidations like this: charge present on an atom of a element in a molecule is nothing but oxidation state. So, there we have a formula to find out oxidation state. The formula is that the formula is algebraic sum of molecule equals to algebraic sum of molecule equals to 0 or positive or negative charge. So, here 0 indicates that neutral molecule. So, here we have to take 0 for neutral molecule and positive or negative for charged molecules. This is a formula to identify oxidation states of atom in a molecule. So, there we have some exceptions. So, those exceptions are only for two atoms, that is a hydrogen and oxygen. So, first of all, for hydrogen, so generally hydrogen shows two types of charges on it. So, with metals, it has negative -1 charge, whereas with non-metals it has +1 charge. So, this is because hydrogen is more electronegative than the metals. On that case, it will accept an electron from that metal and it shows the negative charge. With the non-metals, hydrogen is less electronegative than the non-metals. That's why it donates the electron to that non-metals. That's why it has a +1 charge. And second one, for oxygen. So, generally oxygen is an electronegative element in the periodic table. It is the second most electronegative element than the next to that fluorine. Because of that one, it always shows the negative charges. In this negative charge, it shows three different forms depending upon the compositions with that other atoms in a molecule. So, for the first one, that is in oxides, generally oxygen shows that -2 charge, whereas in peroxides it shows -1 charge. So, examples for the oxides are that CO2 or H2O, etc. Whereas the examples for peroxides H2O2, Na2O2, etc. So, and another form is that in superoxides, it shows -1/2, -half charge. Examples are NaO2, BeO4 like this. NaO2 and BeO4 like this are superoxides examples. These are the exceptions and formula to find out oxidation states of molecules. So here I am taking some examples to find out oxidation states. So here the first example is the carbon dioxide. In this one they are asking to find out the oxidation state of carbon. So here it is a neutral molecule, that's why I am using this formula like this. Algebraic sum, the number of carbon atoms are 1. So we don't know the charge on the carbon atom, that's why I am taking that one as a x, plus the number of oxygens are 2 and the charge on oxygen is 2. The overall charge equals to 0 because it is a neutral one, that's why I am taking that 0. How I taken this minus 2 on oxygen? So because in periodic table, so generally the noble gas elements are the stable elements. So each and every element in that periodic table except that noble gas element always try to gain the stability by participating in the chemical reactions. By participating in the chemical reaction, they either lose or gain the electrons to gain the noble gas configuration to get stability. So here I am taking that oxygen, its atomic number is 8. So the next in that series, the next noble gas element is that N, it has atomic number 10. So to gain that number 10, here oxygen required 2 electrons, that by gaining 2 electrons it converted into 10. So we know that electrons are having that negative charges, because of that one oxygen get minus 2 charge on it one. As like that hydrogen also, there we have the 2 possibilities. So hydrogen atomic number is that 1. It's in that series. So to that hydrogen there we have the 2 possibilities. Its helium configuration is a 2, atomic number is 2. By gaining 1 electron, it gets at 2. That means by gaining 1 electron means hydrogen is converted to H minus. So generally it is in metals, but more frequently in non-metals, instead of gaining that electron, it loses its single electron and it is converted into 0. So in that cases, by losing that electron, hydrogen is converted to H plus ion. Either it getting that minus charge or positive charge, it is stable in both the cases. If it getting that negative 1 electron extra, it is converted to helium configuration. If it loses that electron, it goes to 0. That means it is also be stable. That we call that as a proton. It only has that protons but not that electrons. So by that way I am taken here minus 2. So x minus 4, that equals to 0, then x equals to plus 4. So this is plus 4 is indicates the oxidation state of carbon in carbon dioxide molecule. And coming to that H2O, in that one they are asking that what is the oxidation state of oxygen here. So I am taking that 2 hydrogens atoms and each hydrogen atom consists plus 1 charge because it is with non-metal. Plus we don't know that oxygen, so that's why I am taking x and overall charge equals to 0. Then we can write this one like this, 2 into 1 2 plus x equals to 0, then x equals to minus 2. So minus 2 is the oxidation state of oxygen in this one. And here they are asking about that nitrogen. So it is a charged molecule, it has a plus charge. So that's why I am here taking x. We don't know the charge of nitrogen, that's why I am taking that one as a x. We need to find out that nitrogen. So I am taking 4 hydrogen atom, each is having that plus charge and that equals to overall charge equals to plus 1. So it is a positively charged molecule, that's why I am taking that algebraic sum equals to positive. So here I am writing x plus 4, that equals to plus 1, then x equals to 1 minus 4. X equals to 1 minus 4, that is nothing but X equals to minus 3. So here minus 3 is the oxidation state of nitrogen in this one. And again going to that another examples of oxygen. So here I am taking the H2O2. H2O2 hydrogen peroxide. In this one they are asking to find out oxidation state of oxygen. So there we have the two hydrogens, that's why I am taking two hydrogen, each carries plus 1 charge, plus two oxygens, we don't know the charge, 2x, that equals to 0 because it is a neutral one. So I am taking that 2 plus 2x, that equals to 0. Then 2x equals to minus 2, x equals to minus 2 by 2, that is nothing but minus 1. There we will get that minus 1 charge for oxygen in peroxides. We already discussed about that thing. Fifth one, in superoxides. So I am taking BeO4 superoxides. In this one I am asking to find out what is the oxidation state of oxygen. Oxidation state of oxygen. So generally beryllium comes from the second group, that's why it is easy to lose 2 electrons to get the helium configuration. Beryllium atomic number is the 4. By losing 2 electrons it gains that helium configuration, that's why it always be existed as a plus 2. Okay, here I am taking that 1 barium plus 2 charge plus 4 oxygen atoms, and we don't know the charge, that's why I am taking that x. So then what happens here, that is a 2 plus 4x equals to 0. Then x equals to minus 2 by 4. On simplification we can write minus 1 by 2. And minus 1 by 2. So here the oxidation state of oxygen in this one is that minus 1 by 2. So for example I am taking PCl5 and I am asking to find out that oxidation state of phosphor in this one. So same formula, we have to use the same formula, X plus 5 Cl. Chlorine is that 7th group element, 7th A group element. It is before that noble gases we will get this one, chlorine. So because of that one, they only requires 1 electron to gain noble gas configuration. So that's why chlorine, that is a halogens always be, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine always be existed as a negatively, single negative charged atoms. So that's why here I am taking x plus 5 into minus 1, that equals to 0. So what we will get here, x minus 5 equals to 0, then x equals to plus 5. So oxidation state of phosphorus in this one is that plus 5. So there we have the some difficult molecules also. For example, I am taking sodium borohydride. In this one they are asking to find out boron oxidation state. Boron oxidation state. So here the boron is a metalloid and sodium is a metal. Because of that one, all the 4 hydrogens are having the negative charges. Here sodium is the first group element, that's why I am taking 1 sodium and its charge is the plus 1, plus we don't know the charge on boron, that's why I am taking that x, plus 4 hydrogen atoms and each carries that minus 1 charge and overall equals to 0. So there we will get that 1 plus x minus 4, that equals to 0. Then x equals to 4 minus 1. Then x equals to, we will get that plus 3. So boron charge, oxidation state of the boron in sodium borohydride is that plus 3. This is the way to find out oxidation states in any molecule, that is only in simple molecules but not in the complex molecules. So generally simple molecules are formed by the S block and P block elements, but complex molecules are formed by the D block elements. That is there we have the different way to find out that oxidation states. Okay, if you like my video, Please share and subscribe. Thank you.